Welcome back, friend. You'll be glad to learn that the circle is well on its way to recovery.
Yes, welcome. I took a bit of a detour back to the Mage Tower so we can do this little area for Dagna real quick. Little errand. Before heading into the deep roads. Dagna of Orzammar wishes to study magic.
Orzammar, indeed. You have piqued my curiosity. It is common knowledge that dwarves lack the aptitude for spellcraft. She will never be able to weave the simplest magic, no matter how hard she tries.
I don't think she minds. She still wants to learn, though. All she wants is to study the theory of magic.
Fascinating. I suppose the circle should be flattered.
He is willing to give up caste and clan for this.
I see. If she is willing to sacrifice so much for this, then we should feel honored. Tell Dagna of Orzammar that this path will not be easy. But if she chooses it, then she is welcome here at the Circle. She will live and study with the Tranquil, and perhaps the apprentices, when it is appropriate.
Thank you, First Enchanter. I shall return to Orzammar with this news then.
If only the Circle was in better shape. I fear she may be disappointed when she arrives.
You'll have an extra pair of hands to rebuild.
This will be interesting. She could tell us much about our dwarven neighbors. Yes, the more I think about it, the more I like the idea. I shall take this as an indication that perhaps things are starting to look up for the Circle. Thank you.
Forgive me, but I must take my leave.
I wish you well. Know you will always be welcome here.
That's that taken care of. Honestly, she's probably gonna be super hype that she gets to study the splattered remains of abominations all over the walls. Oh, great, it's fixed.
You have returned from the wilds, alive. What news have you?
Thomas is dead, you're free.
Dead. You actually managed it? I barely dared to hope 'twas even possible. And the real grimoire, did you find it?
Yes, here it is.
And so here it is. Fantastic. And thank you for helping me. No one has ever... Thank you.
Difficult to say, is it?
Perhaps a little, but 'tis honestly meant.
Alright, so that scene was supposed to play when I first came back from killing Plymouth, but it was broken, but I found a way to fix it. So there you go. That's what happens.
You! You were the Grey Warden who broke the curse! I demand to know what happened to the werewolves. Where did they go?
Well, they're no longer werewolves because the curse was broken. Like you said.
That makes no difference. Those monsters killed my husband. They killed so many of my people. They have Dalish blood on their hands. If they are human once more, that shall make it all the easier to take vengeance for their crimes. Tell me where they are.
That 3M wanted vengeance too. Look what it did to him.
It destroyed him. Yes, perhaps you speak wisely. If they are gone and never return here, then perhaps it is better to let it simply end there. We will go back to the camp, then. Thank you for your words. Please accept this small token of my gratitude. It belonged to my husband, and I cannot carry it any longer.
Dude, he's dead. The people who did this are dead. If you're mad at anyone, be mad at Zathrian. Or literally not just ending the curse sooner. After completing some side stuff, getting some more elf fruit to make more health potions for the deep roads, and the circle, we can now talk to Dagna and finish this off before heading down there.
Hello, how can I... Oh, it's you! And it's been, well, quite a while. Enough time to get to the circle and back, I hope. Oh, please tell me what they said.
First Enchanter Irving accepted you for study.
Ancestors, bless you. I can't believe it. There hasn't even been a dwarven observer in the circle since your Relden in the 13th century. I need to pack. No, my parents would get suspicious. I need to go. Is there anything I should bring? Books? Tuition?
A little token of your gratitude would be nice. Go bring a gift. A gift.
Of course, a reward. I was just bringing some lyrium in from the storeroom. Will that do? I have either a lyrium rune that can be implanted in any weapon, or some of the serum mages use. Which do you want?
Oh, I meant for them, but for me, yeah, I'll take the rune.
Here you go. I hope it's enough to thank you. I'll never forget what you did. If you ever go to the circle again, maybe I'll see you there.
Stranger, have you seen a Grey Warden hereabouts? I hear tell that he, or was that she, you understand this was several flagons ago, was setting out to search for Bronca on the Prince's own orders.
I'm the Grey Warden. That would be she.
Well, if you're the best they got, then standards must have fallen way down.
Wow.
But I suppose that would account for a human in Orzammar. Say, could I ask you a favor?
That you butter someone up to ask them for help?
Name's Ogren. And if you've ever heard of me before, it's probably all been about how I piss ale and kill little boys who look at me wrong. And that's mostly true. But the part they never say is how I'm the only one still trying to save our only paragon. And if you're looking for Bronca, I'm the only one who knows what she was looking for, which might be pretty sodding helpful in finding her.
Why haven't you gone after her yourself?
Believe me, I have. But where she was going, it's a lost tig. No one's seen it in centuries. I searched as far as I could, but it would take teams of warriors searching weeks on end to cover enough ground to hope to find it. Which I assume is exactly what Balin's scouts have done. And they give the fruits of their labor to you. But they haven't found Bronca herself. And that means whatever they've got, it's not enough if you don't know what she was looking for. If we pool our knowledge, we stand a chance of finding Bronca. Otherwise, good sodding luck.
I love this. Don't I have enough armed lunatics following me already? It sounds like we have a deal.
You should know that Bronca was looking for the Anvil of the Void. The secret to building golems, which was lost centuries ago. The smith Caradon built it, and with it, Orzammar had 100 years of peace, while it was protected by the golems forged on the anvil. As far as anyone knows, the anvil was built in the old Orton Tig. Bronca planned to start looking there, if she could ever find it. All she knew was that it was past Caradon's cross. No one's seen that Tig for 500 years.
Galen gave me a map. I can get to Caradon's Cross.
If we're going, let's get moving. Bronca's not gonna sodding find herself.
We go in with our all-warrior crew to the deep roads. Plus one rogue. So I made sure everyone's tactics were set so they auto-use health poultices, starting with the least powerful ones, and they should be able to look after themselves. Also boozed up Ogren real good. Don't worry about our golem, you didn't see anything.
Caradon's Cross. I can't believe Balin actually tracked this place down. This used to be one of the biggest crossroads in the old Empire. You could get anywhere from here, including Orton Tig.
What's so important about Orton Tig?
It's the home of Caradon, the paragon who made the anvil. He was an Orton before he founded his own house.
And even then, he spent most of his time in their Tig. Bronca figured it was the best guess for where the anvil was located.
You know anything else about the anvil?
No one but Carradine ever really knew more than it had some kind of stone-blessed power. Every golem who ever ranged across the Empire was hammered on the steel of that anvil, but no one ever knew exactly how they were made. But Bronca was sure she could find out.
See any signs of Bronca yet?
Not a one. But trust me, we will once we're on the path to the old Orton Tig. She was going to Carradine's home.
Alright, let's go.
I've been waiting for someone to say that for 2 sodding years.
We rolling. Also, there's some people just kind of in our way. Probably gonna have to kill them.
Well, look what we have here. Some of Balin's new toadies. Let's show him who's king.
Yep. Okay. This is what you want.
Skull Power!
That's it. The music! Time to dance! Argren wins again!
Yeah, they're sending, Haruman's sending goons after me. See how bad he is? He's a terrible person. He is a coward. Just like
It
Zev said.
has become very close with the other Grey Warden.
Yes. I suppose I have at that.
I find this difficult to comprehend. It is whiny and weak and constantly laughing.
Then I guess a romance between you and I is completely out of the question. Hmm?
And the attempts at humor, I cannot understand how it is endured.
Well, maybe you should ask her why she likes me so much instead of bothering me with it.
It has a loud mouth. Why its head has not been crushed already is hard to imagine.
Or maybe you just happen to figure she likes me a lot more than you.
Don't be foolish.
Yes, I thought so. Just watch your step, or I'm totally telling.
I'm going to stand over here now.
That's adorable.
By the tits of my ancestors. Orton Tig. I never thought I'd see this place in the flesh. I can see Bronca all over this place. She always took chips from the walls at regular intervals when she was in a new tunnel. Checked their composition. If she was still here, though, she'd have sentries out by now.
Can you tell me about these ruins?
This was Carradine's home Tig. He was an Orton before he got raised to Paragon. Even stayed here when he could have had his own house. I guess he didn't want to move his people to Bunamar.
Bunamar?
The city of the dead. Carradine built it to honor the Legion of the Dead, but it was more like a sodding mausoleum than anything. Of course, that was all before he built the anvil. After that, he was the city's pet genius until he angered the king and fell into disfavor.
There was a city here.
No, there was a Tig here. The Orton Tig. Bunamar is north and west of here. But that's not important. Or at least I hope it isn't. The City of the Dead is known as the Dead Trenches since the darkspawn conquered it. Much of the Legion was destroyed when the fortress fell.
Oh, no. What if Bronca and everyone died?
Well, aren't you a sodding bright spot today? If everyone's dead, there'd be evidence of a major battle, wouldn't there? 300 or so dwarves don't just fade away.
You got me there. Let's get going.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Ogren is disapproved, but like, what if they died though? Like a legit thing. Like, what if they are all just dead?
What? You're drunk, aren't you?
Hey, was that a question? Didn't sound like a question.
How in the Maker's name do you manage to be constantly drunk? Are we even carrying that much alcohol with us?
Jealous, huh?
A little, yes. Why can't I be drunk all the time? I never get to be drunk.
You know, if you drank more wine, you'd whine much less.
Having a good time. I think. Okay then. I don't mean to hurt you.
There's nothing for you here. It's mine. I've claimed it.
Who are you? What are you doing down here?
You've come to take my claim. You surfacers are all alike. Thieving scoundrels. Well, I found it first.
Bah, he's a bloody scavenger. Good as sodding gone.
Begone, you! You'll bring the Dark Ones back, you will. They'll crunch your bones.
Word has it you can only survive down here by eating the darkspawn dead.
Ew. That's disgusting.
It brings the taint, turns their brains to sewage, but it hides them from the darkspawn.
It's my claim, not yours! Crunch your bones!
Hey, I didn't bring darkspawn, that brought spoders.
Go away! This is mine! Only I gets to plunder its riches!
Just want to talk to you.
No! No talking! You leave my territory!
I'm not here to steal anything, I promise. Lie.
Pretty lady, pretty eyes, pretty hair. Smells like the steam of burning water. Blue as the deepest rock. So, the pretty lady won't take anything from Ruck? You won't take Ruck's shiny worms and pretty rocks?
Just want to talk, I won't take anything.
Oh, Ruck not mind that, maybe.
Your name is Ruck?
Ruck not pretty name. Not pretty like lady. Ruck is small and ugly and twisted.
I have a few questions for you, Ruck. I think I met your mother. Is her name Filda?
No, Filter. No mother. No warm blanket and stew and pillow and soft words. Ruck doesn't deserve good memories. No.
Your mother misses you. She asked me to find you.
She did not know. Not what I did. I was very angry, and then someone was dead, and they wanted to send Ruck to the mines. If I went to the mines, she would know. Everyone would know. So I came here instead. Once you eat, once you takes in the darkness, you not miss the light so much. You know, do you not? Ruck sees. Yes, he sees the darkness inside you.
You have to tell your mother you're alive.
No, she cannot. She remembers a little boy with bright eyes and a hammer, and she cannot see this. Swear, promise, vow you won't tell.
Would you rather she think you're dead?
Yes. Tell the mother Ruck is dead. He's dead, and his bones are rotting in the crawler's webs, and she should never look again.
That is messed up. But like, here's the thing. What is going to give her more comfort? I feel like seeing your kid this way is not a comforting sight. So, should probably actually just say, hey, we found his body and he's dead. Because there's no coming back from this. Alright, I'll tell her you died bravely.
Pretty lady is like mother, yes? Too good, too pretty for the darkness. Good friend is back. A good friend won't make Ruck remember the light. How can Ruck help the friend?
A few questions for you, Ruck.
I will answer your questions, pretty lady. Anything you wish.
Did you find anything unusual at this camp?
Bits of things, but only bits. The crawlers took almost everything. They take things of steel and things of paper. They takes the shinies and the words.
Paper and words? That sounds like someone was taking notes. Do you think Bronca camped here?
They bring to the great nest, the nest they makes for the eggs. They puts the shinies inside, they do.
When did you arrive here?
Too long ago. I must think. 5 years? 6? Ruck no longer remembers the smells and sights of the city.
How did you survive here?
When the Dark Ones were here, I kept to the shadows. They don't look in the shadows, not if you're quiet. Not if you eat their flesh. Then the Dark Ones think you're one of them. They leave you alone. But now they're gone.
You know where the Dark Ones went?
I think they went south, pretty lady. Far, far to the south. That is where the Dark Master calls them with his beautiful voice. So much joy when he awoke.
He's talking about the Archdemon, huh?
After the Dark Master awoke, he called his children and they all went. I wanted to go too and gaze upon his beauty.
Where's the Dark Master now, do you know?
He stopped calling. I wish I could go see him, but Ruck, no, Ruck is a coward.
But there are still lots of giant spiders here, correct?
The crawlers, they used to eat the smallest dark ones. Now the crawlers go hungry.
Let me ask you something else.
I will answer your questions, pretty lady. Anything you wish.
You have anything to trade?
For you, yes, Ruck has many things. He can give them, and you don't even have to give him shiny coins. No. But you can if you want.
Nice. Let's see. Jesus, you got so many blighted Grey Warden items. Let him just, have fun here. Vibe.
Looks like that bone picker is living in Bronca's old camp. Did you see the marks on the floor? There were a lot of people and fires there once. Those must be Bronca's papers he said were taken by the spiders. Nothing that fragile would be left from the tag.
Asunder. The ritual was very specific, as such things probably should be. Torso, head, and limbs spread amongst the deep roads to prevent the creature from returning. Looks like they died during the cutting, but we can fulfill the last part in their stead. I'm not familiar with elven ritual, why would I be? But it seems pretty straightforward. Shaper, Exus. Scribbled in the corner. Never sawed a thing, but a sword would take care of it. Sawed it in this bag of legs. Might not be elven. Maybe human. Doesn't matter. We can still follow the directions. Torso, head, and limbs bagged and dispersed. Simple enough. This magic stuff doesn't seem that complicated. Scribbled in the corner. No job for a warrior. First hole gets the bag. Torn ritual page of indeterminate origin. The body rendered to its separate parts spread wide such that no life is witnessed, no heartbeat detected. In this way, the beast can remain for an age, as knowledge passes and pursuers live out their lives. Scribble in the corner. I was wrong. Not elven. Hunters didn't kill it. It allowed this? Keep the pieces apart, I guess, away from the heart. Scratching should be unreadable, but meaning swims in your head, as still whispered. Limbs were meat. Torso, but a vessel. Head, all but unnecessary. The heart separate keeps life. The heart safe from the blade can be restored. The heart waits in the fade. Rough inscription, author unknown. Oh, we got a few torso parts. Altar of Sundering. Altar in front of you, though broken, tingles with energy. Place the body parts on the altar.
You have restored that which was cut asunder, and revealed my hiding place. Speak your intention. Seek you vengeance or reward?
Vengeance! I don't make deals with demons!
My deception was convenience, not cowardice. A fight you want, a fight you shall have.
Yeah!
On it.
Oh, that fiend.
Get him!
Is that all you got? It's either you or me, and it isn't going to be me.
That was easy. Some demon. You get like 25 gold. 25 sovereigns if you take the deal. It looks like someone's journal. The cover is battered and torn but intact. As you leaf through the desiccated pages, the text catches your eye. We found evidence today that the Anvil of the Void was not built in the Orton Tig. We will go south to the Dead Trenches. The Anvil is somewhere beyond. Well, that's where we didn't want to go. My soldiers tell me I am mad, that the Dead Trenches are calling with darkspawn, and we will surely die before we find Anvil. If we find it. I leave this here in case they're right. If I die in the trenches, perhaps someone can yet walk past my corpse and retrieve the anvil. He is still hoping, even after she is dead, that someone is gonna just walk in there and just grab it. Like, bro, you went in there with how many people? And everyone died? Or if it remains lost, so do we all. If I have not returned and Ogren yet lives, tell him no. What I have to say should be for his ears alone. This is my farewell.
Bronca was thinking about me. I knew she still cared. Old softy. Looks like the Dead Trenches is our next stop then. They say the darkspawn nest there. Whole herds of them. But if that's where Bronca went, then that's where I'm going.
Into a darkspawn nest we go then. I mean, we just went through a spider nest, so what's the darkspawn nest? I'm sure it'll be fine.
This should be easy enough.
Exactly. Well, that thing had to have known that we were here. But it's making moves. We gotta go. Oh my gosh! Living people!
Oh, the Legion gives no quarter. Send them to the stars!
It's the Legion of the Dead.
Atrasvala, Grey Warden. I've never seen one of your kind in the deep roads.
Yeah, you don't sound surprised.
In the Legion of the Dead, we abandon our lives to be free of fear, free of hopeful blindness. The coming blight is obvious to us. The surprise is not that you have come, but that you have come in so small a number. What do you want here, Warden?
I am Audelia and I'm looking for allies.
It's an odd tactic, recruiting from the front line. The Darkspawn pitch their camps in our tunnels between your blights, you know. Give me a dwarven reason to look topside.
Need to find Paragon Bronca.
Who put this dull idea in your head? We got other things to worry about on Orzammar. Ah, now I see. The Deep Lords in the Assembly can't make up their minds, so the Pretenders need added influence. I get that right?
Give me a better idea.
It's not my job to shore up the Assembly chasing dead legends. The Legion holds alliance so those fools have time to put an ass on the throne. After that, we'll be the first into the Dead Trenches. Might even tackle your blight, though that's a surfacer's problem. You want to go digging blind? You go right ahead.
Hey, you ever heard of the Anvil of the Void?
Like dusters, I've heard of respect. Never seen it. And if it exists, it wasn't meant for me. But if you're looking for paragons, you may as well look for the Anvil. And endless lyrium.
So tell me about the Legion.
We die in the eyes of our brothers so we can fight without fear. It offers redemption for the promise of the greatest sacrifice. That's all you need to know. To say more invites judgment. Or worse, imitation.
Right. Goodbye.
Good luck, Grey Warden.
I mean, I can understand why they're not too concerned about the blight. They're constantly fighting it down here, so blight or no. Like, the blight just means there's less of them down here at the moment for them to fight.
On it.
First day they come and catch everyone.
That's not good. Everything's fleshy.
Right.
Spooky voices.
Second day, they beat us and eat some for meat. Fifth day they return and it's another girl's turn. Sixth day, her screams we hear in our dreams. Seventh day, she grew as in her mouth they spew. Eighth day, we hated as she is violated. Ninth day, she grins and devours her kin. Now she does feast, as she's become the beast. First day they come and catch everyone. Second day, they beat us and eat some for meat. Third day, the men are all gnawed on again. Fourth day, we wait and fear for our fate. Fifth day they return and it's another girl's turn. Sixth day, her screams we hear in our dreams. Seventh day, she grew as in her mouth they spew. Eighth day, we hated as she is violated. Ninth day, she grins and devours her kin. Now she does feast, as she's become the beast. First day they come and catch everyone.
Ma'am?
What is this? A human? Bland and unlikely. Feeding time brings only kin and clan. I am cruel to myself. You are a dream of strangers' faces and open doors.
Is this darkspawn corruption? It looks different.
Corruption. The men did that. Their wounds festered and their minds left. They are like dogs, marched ahead, the first to die. Not us, not me, not Laren. We are not cut. We are fed. Friends, and flesh, and blood, and bile, and all I could do was wish Laren went first. I wished it upon her so that I would be spared. But I had to watch. I had to see the change. How do you endure that? How did Branka endure?
Wait, Branka? Are you from Branka's house?
Do not talk of Branka, of what she did. Ancestors preserve us. Forgive me. I was her captain, and I didn't stop her. Her lover, and I could not turn her. Forgive her. But no, she cannot be forgiven. Not for what she did. Not for what she has become.
What did she do, Hespith? What did Branka do?
I will not speak of her, of what she did, of what we have become. I will not turn. I will not become what I have seen. Not Laren, not Branka.
She's run away.
We tried to escape, but they found us. They took us all. Turned us. The men, they kill. They're merciful. But the women, they want to touch, to mold, to change until you are filled with them. They took Laren. They made her eat the others, our friends. She tore off her husband's face and drank his blood. And while she ate, she grew. She swelled and turned gray, and she smelled like them. They remade her in their image. Then she made more of them. Broodmother.
Here we go. Take it out. Take it out, take it out, take it out.
Right.
I hate it, I hate it, I hate it.
We'll have a smashing time. It will hurt.
That's where they come from. That's why they hate us. That's why they need us. That's why they take us. That's why they feed us. But the true abomination is not that it occurred, but that it was allowed. Branka, my love. The stone has punished me, dream friend. I am dying of something worse than death. Betrayal.
Alright, Bronca's a dead woman. Nah. Nah. You don't know. You do not do this. You do not allow for this to happen. Nope. No, 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 no. No, no, no. No, no, no. No. Nope. 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 All the nope. Nope. I hate the Broodmother. I hate it. And why? This is why, at the beginning of the game, Alistair's like, oh man, I wonder why there's hardly any women in the Grey Wardens. Know what's why? That's why. That's why, because they can turn into this. That's exactly why.
If Branka is anywhere, this has to be it. She will not be unprepared.
I don't care, she's dead. She's a dead woman.
What was that?
Let me be blunt with you. After all this time, my tolerance for social graces is fairly limited. That doesn't bother you, I hope.
Well, shave my back and call me an elf. Branka, by the stone! I barely recognized you.
Ogren. It figures you'd eventually find your way here. Hopefully you can find your way back more easily. And how shall I address you? Hired sword of the latest lordling to come looking for me? Or just the only one who didn't mind Ogren's ale breath?
Be respectful, woman. You're talking to a Grey Warden.
Ah, so an important errand boy, then. I suppose something serious has happened. Is Enrin dead? That seems most likely. He was on the old and wheezy side.
How do you know I'm not just helping Ogren?
Because nobody helps Ogren. At best, Ogren's need to find me happened to coincide with the needs of someone more important.
You are impossible! This Grey Warden's come all the way from the surface to ask your help picking Endrin's successor!
I don't care if the Assembly puts a drunken monkey on the throne. Because our protector, our great invention, the thing that once made our armies the envy of the world, is lost to the very darkspawn it should be fighting. The Anvil of the Void. The means by which the ancients forged their army of golems and held off the first archdemon ever to rise. It's here, so close I can taste it.
How does she know what a monkey is? Just saying. I can't remember a single time like a monkey kind of appeared anywhere near Ferelden, or I've heard any mentions of it up until this point. But of course there is a catch.
The anvil lies on the other side of a gauntlet of traps designed by Caradin. No, Caradin himself once said, "It is not the victory, but this is what's important. This has lasting meaning. If I succeed, the Dwarven people benefit. Kings, politics, all that is transitory. I've given up everything and would sacrifice anything to get the Anvil of the Void."
That dialogue broke very hard. Does that include Hespeth and others of your house? You sacrificed.
Enough questions. If you wish me to get involved with this imbecilic election, I must first have the Anvil. There's only one way out, Warden. Forward. Through Caradin's maze, and out to where the Anvil waits.
What has this place done to you? I remember marrying a girl you could talk to for 1 minute and see her brilliance.
I am your paragon.
Head on a pike. Head on a pike.
I needed people to test Caradin's traps. There's no way to break through except by trial and error. I sent them in. They were all mine, pledged to be my house, and they didn't want to help. They tried to leave me, even my Hespeth. But even she couldn't understand that when you reach for greatness, there are sacrifices, as many sacrifices as are needed. She shouldn't have gone. She was pledged to me. She swore she'd do whatever it took to find the Anvil. There was no other choice. Most of them were dying of the taint already, but some of the women were transforming. I knew what they would become. There would be an endless supply, fresh darkspawn to test the traps. They could still serve me, let me find the Anvil. It was the only way.
My name is Caradin. Once, longer ago than I care to think, I was a paragon to the dwarves of Orzammar.
Caradin, the Paragon Smith, alive?
Ah, there is a voice I recognize. Shale of the House of Kadash, step forward.
You know my name. Is it you that forged me then? Is it you that gave me my name?
Have you forgotten then? Ah, it has been so long. I made you into the golem you are now, Shale. But before that you were a dwarf, just as I was. The finest warrior to serve King Valtor, and the only woman to volunteer.
The only woman? A dwarf?
I laid you on the anvil of the void, here in this very room, and put you into the form you now possess.
The anvil of the void. That is what we seek.
If you seek the anvil, then you must care about my story, or be doomed to relive it.
I don't know why the camera angle broke for that at all. You made the anvil, I take it.
Though I made many things in my time, I rose to fame and earned my status based on a single item, the Anvil of the Void. It allowed me to forge a man of steel or stone as flexible and clever as any soldier. As an army, they were invincible, but I told no one the cost. No mere smith, however skilled, has the power to create life. To make my golems live, I had to take their lives from elsewhere.
10 feet tall and invulnerable? I can think of worse fates.
It was an option I could offer warriors who would volunteer to defend their homeland, and some took it. But King Valtor became greedy. He began to force men, casteless and criminals, his political enemies, all of them were to be given to the Anvil. It took feeling the hammer's blow myself to realize the height of my crimes.
What now? Do you want revenge?
Not revenge. The blow of the hammer opened my eyes. My apprentices knew enough to make me as I am, but not enough to fashion a control rod. I retained my mind. You were amongst the most loyal, Shale. You remained at my side throughout, and at the end, I sent you away out of mercy.
I do not remember.
We have remained entombed here ever since, and I have sought a way to destroy the Anvil. Alas, I cannot do it myself. No golem can touch it.
No! The Anvil is mine! No one will take it from me!
Shale, you fought to destroy the Anvil once. Do not allow it to fall into unthinking hands again!
You speak of things I do not remember. You say we fought. Did you use our control rods to command us to do so?
I destroyed the rods. Perhaps my apprentices eventually learned to replace the rods. I do not know. But if so, then all they need is the Anvil to make all the slaves they need. You, please, help me destroy the Anvil. Do not let it enslave more souls than it already has.
Heck yeah. Screw Bronca. Let's go.
Don't listen! He's been trapped here for 1,000 years, stewing in his own madness. Help me claim the Anvil, and you will have an army like you've never seen!
Bronca, you mad, bleeding nugtail! Does this thing mean so much to you that you can't even see what you've lost to get it?
Look around. Is this what our empire should look like? A crumbling tunnel filled with darkspawn spume? The Anvil will let us take back our glory!
Anvil enslaves living souls. It must be destroyed.
So it fights with Caradin? Good. That seems right.
Thank you, stranger. Your compassion shames me.
No! You will not take it! Not while I still live!
Bronca, don't throw your life away for this.
She's not the Bronca you know. Now stand aside.
Just give her the blasted thing. She's confused. Maybe once she calms down, we can talk to her.
He's obsessed beyond redemption.
Bah! You're not the only master smith here, Caradin. Golems, obey me! Attack!
A control rod! But, my friend, you must help me! I cannot stop her alone!
Caradin's so cool. On her head! See a large stone tablet chipped with age with a great number of dwarven runes carved into its surface. Examine the tablet more closely. The writing is in Dwarven and appears to be a long list of names, each with the stamp of their house next to him. You recognize few of the house names. At the bottom of the list are the words, "We honor those who have made the sacrifice, let their names be remembered." Carving's still deep enough that a tracing could be taken, allowing the information to be carried elsewhere. Shale?
No. Perhaps it thinks I should. It may have something to do with Carradin's words. If there is some way to make a copy of these runes, I am willing to study them. Perhaps there is something to be gleaned from them, I know not.
Ogren?
Names. Long list of dwarves. Wait, hold on. We honor who have made this sacrifice. Let their names be remembered. Fart me a lullaby. It's a memorial of all the dwarves who became golems. Has to be. If there was some way of getting this back to the Shaper at Norzimar, I bet they'd brown their trousers and pay good gold for it. Probably both.
Take a tracing. Ancient runes are traced into a stack of papers which you store in your pack. Yes. Haha. Alright, Carradin. Only one golem left.
Another life lost because of my invention. I wish no mention of it had made it into history.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. Stupid woman. Always knew the anvil would kill her.
How is it that the woman was not able to disable me as she did you, Carradin?
I do not know. Have you been altered?
I once had a pathetic little mage of a master. He did something to me, experimented on me, and then I killed him, and it rendered me paralyzed.
Perhaps he was bringing forth old memories, and caused you to remember the time when you fought at my side. The paralysis you speak of always resulted when the Master perished. As for your free will, you were always a strong woman, Shell. I am pleased to see you remain such.
I don't know what to say. Thank you.
Do not thank me. All of this is my doing, my legacy. But at least it ends here. I thank you for standing with me, stranger. The anvil waits there for you to shatter it. Is there any boon I can grant you for your aid? A final favor before I am freed from my burden?
Ogren, you lost Bronca to this. What do you want?
Yeah. I don't suppose you can bring Bronca back. Maybe make her a golem like you.
I would not do such a thing to her, even if I could.
Somehow I didn't think so. Well, and I don't want anything that would remind me of this. Best it's just done. There is still the matter of the election. I mean, we still need a paragon to get the Assembly support, right?
For the aid you've given me, I shall put hammer to steel one last time, and give you a crown for the king of your choice. There, it is done. Give it to whom you will. I do not wish to hear their names, nor anything more of them. I have already lived far beyond my time. I have no place here.
I will destroy the anvil, as agreed.
That would please me, human. have my eternal thanks, stranger. A trust in all Tunsha. May you always find your way in the dark.
Carradine is so freaking cool. Like, the best part of that whole section. R.I.P., bro. You were cool. You were the best.
Well, that pretty much beat the sod out of how I imagined it. You ready to head back yet and share the news?
Heck yeah, let's get out of this make or forsaken shithole.
Yeah, those Deshirs have been trying to destroy the city for years. Haven't managed yet.
Lords of the Assembly, I call for order. This argument gets us nowhere.
Then why these delaying tactics? I call for a vote right now. My father has one living child to assume the Idukan throne. Who would deny him that?
Your father made me swear on his deathbed you would not succeed him.
I apologize for the interruption, Lord Steward, but the Grey Warden has returned.
Well, Warden, what news do you bring?
I bear a crown from Paragon Carradine for his chosen king, forged on the anvil of the void.
Carradine was trapped in the body of a golem. This warden granted him the mercy he sought, releasing him and destroying the anvil of the void. Before he died, Carradine forged a crown for Orzamar's next king, chosen by the ancestors themselves.
I would like to believe Ogren's word, but it's well known the Grey Warden is Balin's hireling.
Silence! This crown is of Paragon make, and bears House Ortan's ancient seal. Tell us, Warden, whom did Carradine choose?
He wished me to give it to whoever I choose.
Why would a Paragon trust someone who knows nothing of us with such a decision? This is preposterous.
We've argued in these chambers for too long. The will of the Paragon is that the Grey Warden decide.
I grant the crown to Balin.
At last, this farce is ended, and I can take my rightful place on my father's throne.
Let the memories find you worthy. First amidst the lords of the houses, the King of Orzammar.
Do you acknowledge me as king?
I cannot defy a Paragon. The throne is yours, King Balin.
Then as my first act as king, I call for this man's execution. Guards, seize him!
I did not give you that crown so you could be a tyrant.
You know better than anyone the war facing us, Warden. Orzammar cannot afford to be divided. Anyone undermining my reign is serving only the darkspawn. I will return to my palace to gather my generals and prepare our forces for the surface. I will see you there, Warden. You have my gratitude for all you have done for me. You have proven yourself and more, Warden. Without your aid, I would not have taken this throne so smoothly or so soon.
You need a different colored armor. It doesn't match your crown. This annoys me. Congratulations, bravo, and all that. Now where are my troops?
My generals are already preparing for a mission to the surface. When you have need of us, you shall have every able-bodied dwarf in Orzammar. Since you did more than I expected, I offer a personal reward as well. This was a mall favored by my brother Trian. Take it with you, as a reminder of your ties to Orzammar. Now, I have much to do. If there is nothing else...
I'll take that as a thank you.
As it was meant. Now, I must address my other petitioners. Come back and visit sometime.
Zen's ally. More level ups. Man, everybody's in line. In line to talk to the new king. Ask him favors. That's over. So, if you play through the Dwarven Noble origin, you find out that, yeah, Balin 100% murdered his family to be the new king. Like, no doubt about it. And, like, he tries to kill, your character because you are part of the noble Dwarven family. But then you escape. If you do not play that origin, they do not escape, and they get murked. But there's no way to possibly know that, as any of the other origins, so...
You are stone-carved, Warden. I've never seen the like.
Hey! My Legion buddy.
If I'd heard it secondhand, I'd have called it a sodding lie. Warden, we've got a king because of you. The rest, impressive, but the Legion is grateful most for restored leadership. It frees us to fight to the darkspawn properly.
Orzammar is lucky to have you.
You'll have us too, indirectly. Our place is here. But when you break the Blight, we'll make sure the darkspawn have a fine welcome home. It's more guaranteed than any surfacer's had.
But if you're on top side, you can show the whole world your skill.
You alone have the skill to back up your words. Each of the Legion owes our homeland a death, but if our lives are better shed on the surface, so be it. Back to Orzammar when we win, though. I'll not stay topside to lose my stone sense.
Yeah.
News of the hour. Supporters of disgraced Lord Harrowmont take to the streets. Pandemonium increases by 10%.
Yeah. Hey, I gotta go to the Shapers now. I got a lot of stuff to deliver.
Most impressive, Warden. King Balin's ascent to his father's throne has been recorded in the memories. Is there something more I can help you with?
I have some tracings you might be interested in.
What's this? A list of names. Most of these clans no longer even exist. Is this authentic?
You bet your hairy arse it is. Taken from a tablet in Caridin's fortress, no less.
Then is it true? The rumors of Caridin's so-called volunteers? Extraordinary! I would love to make a copy of this. The Shaperate has never had much information on Caridin and his golems, much less proof of this magnitude. Warden, I hope this artifact from our archives will suffice as a reward. I must inform the Shaperate at once.
Nice. Yeah, we have a golem, like, right here. You want to talk to him? Nah? Okay.
So, Antiva. Wonderful place. Full of Antivans.
Ogren, if you want to bed me, you have only to ask.
What? Draw your weapon and say that again.
I jest, my foul-smelling friend. You are only slightly less attractive to me than a slime-filled pool of swamp water.
Better be.
You have my oath.
Bloody Antivans.
Do you mind if I ask you a personal question?
You may ask, but I may choose not to answer.
Fair enough. Have you had very many women in your time? I mean, you seem like the sort of man who would...
I have indulged from time to time, perhaps when my interest is not elsewhere.
Right. Well, how do you woo them? Is there a technique or...
Woo them? Are you quite serious?
Yes. I don't know what else to call it.
So let me get this straight. You have never wooed? Not once? You are woo-less, as it were?
All right. Bad idea. Never mind.
You've returned. With all the excitement over the new king, I never expected you to remember my poor son. Did you learn anything about my ruck?
Yes, but you might not want to hear it.
What is it? Is he dead? Oh, please don't torment me.
I'm sorry. Ruck's dead.
Oh, my poor boy. I guess I knew, but I just wish I could have seen him one last time. Here, this is my husband's masterwork, the first shield he smithed. I don't have anyone to save it for anymore. I'd like you to have it, for what you risked to bring me this news.
Yeah, we're not gonna tell her what happened. So what's she gonna do? Go down there herself? See him? No, it's gonna be a bad idea.
So those, designs you have all over your back?
They're called tattoos, and I have them in many more places than just on my back, my friend.
Right. I hear that someone gets those by having needles put the ink under your skin.
A great many needles, amongst other things, yes. That would be true.
Didn't that hurt?
Oh, yes, yes. But it is not so bad, in truth. If you like, I could give you one. I learned a bit of the art myself in Antiva.
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Come, it will just be a small one. Perhaps the symbol of the Grey Wardens. Something manly. Where are my needles?
Maybe some other time. I'm going to go stand over here now.
Guslan totally got a tattoo from Zev. 100%.
The stories we hear down here about the crows, they're not true, are they? They all sound a little far-fetched.
I cannot say. What have you heard? In Antiva, we hear that Ferelden men cannot sleep without a dog in their bed. Is that true?
A dog? No, of course not. We value our dogs. It's part of our history.
Oh, perhaps it was simply a reference to your Ferelden women, then.
Well, now that you mention it...
But those stories you heard? All true.
Really? Even the ones that talk about how you all... you know, get paid to...
Especially those ones.
Wow, I am totally in the wrong order.
I started to worry. I didn't know if you were ever coming back. Did you find any records? Any sign of the old Orton Tig?
Yeah, the records are right here.
You found them? Let me see. That's my great-grandmother's name. And her husband! Oh, great ancestors, it's them! It's me! I am an Orton. Oh, thank you. I have to take these to the assembly right away. Find me there. Once these are acknowledged, I'll give you any reward. My name's Orta. After the old Orton house, they gave our seat back. And the records show which houses still owe House Orton money. One day, I will be able to properly thank you for all you've done for me.
Your happiness is enough.
And I don't know what treasure is left, but whatever I get, you can have as much as you want. I'll have to find someone willing to look. Maybe a whole expedition. If the Tig is still there, it must have something. House Orton will not forget this kindness. Didn't that sound official?
Aw. Good for you, girl.
I've been thinking about those ink drawings. What do you call them? Tattoos? Are you still willing to do one?
Oh, you decided to take the plunge, have you? What is a little pain, am I right?
I'm not worried about that. I think they look interesting. Though, I'd want mine smaller. When can you do it?
Not so fast, my friend. There is an entire ritual to how this is done, do you not know? First, I need to bathe you in a mixture of olives and rose water.
You need to bathe me? That seems odd.
No, not at all. It needs to be worked into your skin, preparing it to receive the ink. The massage is quite pleasurable. Do not worry. You are in good hands.
The massage? You're having me on, aren't you?
I might be. I might not be. Shall I describe the rest of the ritual to you?
No. On second thoughts, I'll just pass.
Excellent choice.
Alright, with that, I am done with Orzammar. I'm so done with Orzammar. But now we have all of the factions. We have them all. Gotta catch them all. And we can go back to Arl Emond and tell him we have everyone so we can storm Denerim and cause more problems. And enter the final leg of the game. But we also have to figure out what's going on with Shale and have a lot of conversations with Oghren, who we have just obtained. And we got some very specific plot-related gifts to give to people. That will be on the next episode of Dragon Age Origins.